Welcome back to season 2 of Corks and Convo, a podcast where we dive deep into real life stories and authentic truths. I'm your host, Regina. I'm also here with my cousins, Shadon and Tiffany. We're here to continue the journey of talking about uncorked conversations. So grab your AirPods, your headphones, and pour you a glass of wine and settle in because we're about to have an uncorked conversation. Ladies, what are you guys drinking?
I have a glass of rosé.
Okay. I'm drinking some Stella Rosa Peach.
And I'm drinking some relax.
Okay. So today we are honored to have a guest, a very good friend of mine, Mr. Bruce Oliver. And Bruce is the founder. And Bruce is the founder of the Men of PG County. And Bruce, did you want to talk a little bit about your group?
Well, we're just a men's group that we serve the needs of the people in PG County. We emphasize men. We have a meeting once a week, every Thursday from 7 to 8. They usually go to like 7 to 9, 7 to 10. You know, when you talk about men's issues. And we have real talk. Not the conventional talk, not the easy, safe talk. We have real talk. And we create a safe place for men to come
awesome.
and fellowship. Yeah,
and
we challenge each other.
Oh, that's awesome. And everybody needs that. And we're happy that men are having a safe space where they can talk about things. So let's get started with our first season show. And so we decided to invite Bruce to get a male's point of view of some of the things that we talked about in season 1. So we're just going to jump straight in. And Bruce, I'm just going to hit you with the first question. Please feel free to answer any way you like. We're family here and we invite you into our family. So get comfortable, have something to drink, and just tell us what you're thinking. So my first question is, we did a show about frenemies. Do you know what a frenemy is?
An enemy that acts like a friend?
Absolutely. So I unveiled in that conversation about a girl who had been my friend for over 50 years. And she was talking about me on an app called Marco Polo. She thought she was talking to somebody else, but she was talking about me. And so she sent that to me instead of whomever she wanted to talk to. So and she was probably my first friend. Even before my sister, she was my first friend. So as you can imagine, it was a little bittersweet. So my question to you is, do men use the term frenemies?
No.
Okay, so what would you guys say?
Let me think about that. No. We don't use the term frenemies. You're either a friend or an enemy.
Okay.
To be a little bit more technical, for me and for the men in my circle, we put people in categories. You are either a confidant, you're a comrade, or you're a constituent.
Okay, that's
every single individual in our lives fits one of those 3 categories.
Wow. I love that. That's interesting. Thank you, Shadon.
So when you're putting them in different categories, how do you deal with each one of them?
You deal with them based on the category. For example, right? A confidant is someone who you share your most intimate secrets with. Right? They don't want anything from you but you. So all they want is you. A comrade, you guys share common enemies. So you guys can fellowship based on a situation or a person that y'all both have a problem with. Y'all may not even really like each other. But because y'all have a common enemy, y'all can become bedfellows. And y'all fellowship and deal with that person or that enemy type of situation. And then when it's over, y'all are over.
Mhm.
So that the comrade wants you for your assistance towards an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Your confidant don't want nothing. They have no other agenda but you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an example of how we differentiate the motives of each individual. And we put them in that category. So we're not quick to cut everybody off. You
So
use
accordingly.
Negroes for how they act.
Yeah,
Right.
you use them accordingly. Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's good stuff. Tiff, do you
Yeah.
have anything to add?
The only thing I can think of is when you're having these different, like I really love how you use those three categories. How would you, or how could women kind of take on doing that? I think that's one thing we may miss is we're not as direct as some men are. So what advice do you have for women, and how can we become just more honest? I think that's one of the biggest things, and more direct with where we place people in our lives.
That's a good question.
Those three categories is your foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Your constituents are people who are for the things that you are for, but they are not against the things that you are against. So if you meet a person and she's for your podcast, she's for supporting your podcast, but she's not for gay marriage,
Mhm.
and you want to go to and support a gay marriage event, and she's like, no, I ain't messing around with that. I'm not going there.
Mhm.
Then she's not against what you are against. She's only for what you are for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
It makes sense. I think I don't know if I do categories. I'm white and black. Like either you rock with me or you don't. Like I'm that kind of person. Like I do believe that everybody can have different beliefs. We don't have to agree on everything, but if you giving me your energy that you giving me about our friendship, our time, our interactions, if it's combative, if it's anything other than ease, I can't do it.
See, if you're a comrade, meaning you are against what I'm against, but you're not for what I am for, I'm not going to tell you my personal secrets. As a woman, I'm not going to talk to you about my relationship. I'm not going to tell you about my financial challenges. I'm not going to tell you the struggles I have on my job, because you are not for what I'm for. You are only against what I'm against.
Again.
So you're going to take my business and you're going to tell everybody on the block, because you don't care about me. You only care what I am against, because you are a comrade.
So I'm trying to look at me and see this. Now, everybody knows I have a million girlfriends, but I have groups of girlfriends. Like I have my sassy group. I have the girls who I've grown up with for a long, like I just got a lot of groups of girlfriends, and I don't mix my friends except on my birthday. On my birthday, if I'm having a party or whatever I'm doing, I'll have, everybody from different places come and celebrate me. I honestly, everybody that I have chosen, my word for the year last year was intentional. I'm very intentional about the people, the relationships, and the things that I do. So I don't have anybody that I feel like I couldn't tell my personal business to, because I've already vetted you. I've already done the things to make sure that we are on one accord. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one, because I
know one person that you can't tell your personal stuff to.
Who?
That chick that just was talking about you for 50 years.
Right.
That's a fact.
That was a surprise. That was a surprise, Reed, because that
was a surprise. Because, like I said, from the crib, we've been friends.
Yeah.
And so I had no clue. None. But anyway, let me just keep the party moving. Our second episode, we talked about raising our parents. Now, we all three of us have been blessed to still have our parents, both mom and dad, and we also are blessed that our parents have been married, the majority of our lives, right? So But my parents are hard-headed. They don't listen. They want to do what they want to do. The doctor's telling them to do stuff. Don't eat this or exercise. Like, you know, my father stared the doctor down. He was like, for an example, the doctor had told him, you need to start exercising. And so he go back for the follow-up. The doctor say, have you started exercising? My father said, no. And so the doctor said, why? And my father is one of them old school daddies. It's like, because I said so. But he didn't even say that to the doctor. He just looked at him like, nigga, what? And so I guess when the doctor caught that my father was not going to respond, he moved on to the next subject. So my point is, these parents hard-headed. They need a whooping. They need time out. But you're going to go to jail if you do all of these things. From a male's point of view, what do you suggest that we do with these parents that don't listen?
Well, I am actually, well, my mother listens, but I'm at that place, at that stage with my mother. She is 93 years old.
Wow.
And she going through. She was light stroke, and you move with the walker, and what I thought was a little dementia, but it's not dementia. It's just 93 years old.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, one thing that I tell people is transitioning as you get older. Not our parents. I'm talking about us.
Yeah.
Transitioning how we communicate with our parents. See, at 94, she's still my mother, but she's not mommy.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? I am an adult man, and at a particular age, when I walked into my responsibilities as a man, dear mother, I want you to respond to me like a man. You can't talk to me like I'm a little boy anymore. You can't talk to me like I'm your little Buddha scooter anymore. No, I'm too old for that, baby. I'm paying your bills now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Buddha scooter. I'm your son that pays your bills now. So that is how you have to regard me in our exchange. I'm still respectful, still honorable, still hold you to the highest regard, but I am now a man. I am not an adult child. Therefore, my voice comes with some authority in our relationship. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. Shadon, do you have anything to add?
The way he said that, I'm listening. I'm gonna try that. I think my dad listens more than my mom. I don't know whether it's sometimes that daughter-mother like relationship, like I'm not listening to Shadon, what Shadon has to say. My father is at attention, but my mom, she's going to tussle like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I try to be as respectful as I can. But I'm gonna try what you just said. See what you say. I'm gonna say it with my chest a little bit and see what you say.
Yeah, all that, picture them in your diapers. No, Ma, you can't picture me in my diapers anymore.
I say it all the time. I say it like I'm not the little girl with the two pigtails in her hair anymore. So.
Well, anyway, let's just keep the train moving. The next topic that we talked about was love after 50. So,
oh boy,
yeah,
I'll see y'all later.
Look,
Ooh,
we all are searching for our person. Or I don't know if I'm searching. I'm just waiting. I'm sitting here. I don't even know if I don't know. That's a whole topic. That's an off the record conversation. That's a topic within a topic. But anyway, so in your perfect world, do you want a companion now? Like, what are you looking for as a mate, a soulmate, a wife? Tell us what you're looking for.
A wife. Yeah, I can't man, I don't want to say that at the risk of sounding like arrogant, but you know me, Gina.
Yeah.
I can't be me or complete my vision without a wife. They are still parts of God's favor that I need to operate in my life. And that's only going to come through a wife.
Finds a good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing.
I need that favor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. Tiff, do you have anything to add?
Love after 50. I just want to say, taking it as God brings it and not as it comes to me, because we'll have people that may approach us and make all these
Jesus.
claims to fame, but
Say
I
it.
just think I need to operate based on His speed and who He sends, and not just the person that comes up to me, because I'm at the point where I do background checks, and I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. You can't just come to me just and telling me all this good stuff. Like, you will be checked, and I will let you know that you've been checked. I mean, you can check me if you need to, and I think that's just where we are in this world. We have to be cognizant of who we bring in our lives. So,
Amen.
that's my thoughts.
That's a fact. Okay,
Tiffany
Shadon.
is over 50.
Huh?
47, but
Oh,
push.
okay.
But yeah, I've been testing.
Okay,
since
you can
30.
see the
I've
hill.
been-
You're not there yet, but you can see it.
Yeah, but I've been doing
Okay.
background checks a long time. So if you
Yes.
ever need me to look somebody
Look,
up or need
If
any
I say I'm
information,
dating
I'm your
somebody,
girl.
she asking me, what's their name? What's their this? She done found, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. She done found this one guy. She got an aerial view of his house. Like, she is not playing. So
But did we find out where he was
found out where he lived. She did an
on a
aerial
Sunday?
on a
Mhm.
Sunday.
Did he live with a wife?
No, he was
Oh,
good. He was good.
good.
But well, she was like, "What you know about him?" Let me tell, because Tiffany's in South Carolina, and the guy was in
Okay.
South Carolina, so she was just like, "Yeah, I want to make sure you good coming down here and get you this little country boy," which I thought I always wanted a little country boy. I like a country boy, but got a little bit of city.
Mhm.
He not
The swag.
country. Yeah, I need him to have a little bit of. I thought I had that, but that's another story. Shadon, do you have anything you want to add?
So I do. When dating after 50,
Mm-hmm.
like, what are some of the things, the qualities? Because, like, I thought, like, I had my mind exactly what I wanted. Like, I wanted them to be so basketball, all of this. Like, how I know, right?
You,
How
you
did
thought that after 50, you still wanted that?
No, that's when I was younger. So, like, I've totally changed in
Exactly. Okay.
what it is that I want, and also allowing God to,
Give us
lead me.
discernment. Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm asking Bruce because it's a man's perspective, and like, you have to change. We get older, you change, all different directions. But so, like, what are some of the qualities that you are like, you would know that this person would be for
Your
you?
person. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, have mercy.
You scared? Don't get scared now.
Well, first of all, at 50 and up, she needs to be healed.
That's good.
She needs to be on a path that she has already been on being healed. None of us are barking on 100%,
Right.
but you have to be on a path of healing. And what I mean when I say healing is that you are able to recognize self. You're able to recognize the origin of your challenges to the point where you don't project them onto me.
Yep.
That's fair.
I mean, but I'm
that's
gonna have a
first and
bad
foremost.
day. I'm gonna have a bad day. It just happens. Then what?
Absolutely, because I've done my work. I can hold space for a bad day.
Right.
Okay. Perfect.
I can hold space for a bad week.
Perfect answer.
However, homie. However, bruh, when I pull you up and I say, hey, you have really been blah, 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 blah this week.
Showing your ass.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Or you have to be able to be held accountable.
Yeah.
The accountability first has to come not to me, but to a higher power, as people like to say. You know what I mean? You got to be accountable to the Lord first to be able to examine yourself.
That's true.
And when you can do that, then when it comes time for both of us to sit down and examine you or examine us,
okay,
it don't have to be a beef. Ain't got to be a lot of squawking. We could just talk it out and talk it through. So she got to be healed first.
Okay, that sounds really good, Bruce.
That.
And that was really politically correct answers. But my thing is, I guess you are still on your healing journey. Is that why or you haven't found anybody on their healing journey that?
I find, oh, come on, Jenny, you really taking me there. I find people who think they have arrived at a particular place. But my background, Gina, is in psychology.
Mm-hmm.
So I counsel as well. So they think that they are arrived at a particular place. But when we listen to them, when I listen to them and have conversations with them, I know where they are not. And the challenge is getting them to see, hey, sister, this is where you really are. And it's okay to be there, but we want to push to get here, or here, or here. That is a challenge.
Okay, that I could stay right there for a minute, but I'm not, because that's a offline conversation that me and you getting ready to have later.
I want to talk to Tiffany.
You want to talk to?
I'm gonna talk to Tiffany.
Yeah,
she's doing aerial shots of brothers' houses. We're gonna have a conversation. Hey.
Tiffany do not play, and she definitely don't play about me. So this one, I say these two ladies right here, they don't play about me. I know that these are my shooters. Like if I gotta go there, they going with me. You know what I mean? So if I say, baby, I got a body, and they be like, you want me to chop it up, or we putting it in the lake? Like it's that kind of party. So these are my people. So but I don't want to get stuck there, because I don't want to tell all of your business. No mind. So let's go to the next topic. And this was a topic that is a fan favorite, or this group's favorite. It's about our love languages. So are you familiar with the love languages?
I am.
Okay. Do you know what yours are?
Mine are words of affirmation and giving of gifts.
Really? Okay. That's interesting. So ladies, let's go around the room and say what ours are. Shadon, start with you.
Mine is touch and communication.
Yeah, words of affirmation. Okay. Tiff, what are yours? Is she? There you go, Tiff. What's yours?
Yeah, mine are quality time and acts
of service.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's see what mines are, because they change. Mines have changed. But I'm definitely a words of affirmation, and I don't know, because I have quality time and physical touch are very close, but I guess you have to be quality time to physically touch me. So there's that. So but those are mine. So have you ever used that in vetting somebody you're interested in, Bruce?
No, I don't expect them to know. Well, when you say vetting, are you asking me, do I expect them to know my love language?
No, I'm saying, have you ever asked them their question? Because we need you to be able to give us what we need. So I usually ask the person, what is your love language? Because I want to know how to. So I'm asking you, have you ever used that when you were dating or courting or whatever?
Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Shadon.
So let me how much time in between that you're not, if you're not, let me see how I want to word this. So say for instance, everybody understands that these are your love languages. And if you don't get it within a certain amount of time,
cut off.
Yeah, how do you know when to say, you know what, this doesn't work for me?
Well, if it doesn't work for me in day 2, I'm gonna say, bruh, this ain't working for me. But what I seek to do is to see how they love, to see how they express their love. Because some people can sincerely love you and think that they are doing their best in loving you. They're giving you their all. It's just not in the way that you want to receive it. You know what I mean? So I try to communicate that.
But
And
what I found, I'm sorry, Bruce, for cutting you off,
yeah,
but I just, to your point, I think that people love you on the level that they are at.
yeah,
So not that it's a bad thing, because everybody
right,
has their own personal growth journeys.
yeah,
Just, I can't wait for you to catch up to get up here.
yeah.
And I mean, I'm up here. So I can't wait for them to get here. So I get that. All right. So not only do we all have both of our parents, we all have boys as our sons. So the next topic we had was raising Black boys to be men. So I know that's a subject that is near and dear to your heart, Bruce. So what do you think a woman can teach a man about a boy about being a man? What do you think?
Nothing.
Okay, and we're
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me think about that. Nothing.
This is the,
wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I want him to talk about this, because I know that this is a topic that I've heard him talk about before. And so let me just preference the conversation is that we all know that we cannot teach a boy to be a man. We all know that. We all have agreed to that. But what we came up with was we can teach a boy what we don't like about a man to be a better man, like the things that we have issue with that we've seen in other men. We try to make sure we instill stuff in our boys, but we all have strong fathers, so we have father figures in their life, or male figures in their lives, so that they can get what they needed to be a good man. And so I think my son is the oldest. Wait a minute, Davon and Reggie like right beside each other, right? So Reggie, my son, just turned 32, and Davon will be 32 in August, right? Mm-hmm. And then Tiffany, how old is Caleb? I think Caleb is he 19 or 20, something like that. But anyway, Bruce, break down what you think our role as a mother would be to giving our young men in our life what they need.
I think that, with all jokes aside, I think a woman can teach a boy how to be a man.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Here's the catch to that. When you teach someone something, you're giving them information. You can give him information on how to be a man from your perspective. But boys need training. Mm-hmm. Training is when you orient them into the behavior. And you orient them to the behavior through repetition as well as understanding. So when you give him a teaching, he has to also then be put in a scenario where he can act upon that teaching. Then he becomes oriented to the behavior. Does that make sense?
It does. And so I know that you have, I know that you do, is it karate? What do you do?
Martial arts, yeah.
Martial arts. So do you think like putting young men, because ours are all, older now, but do you think like younger, then put them in sports where they're around other male figures? Like, where does the training come from? I guess that's my question.
I'm all for young boys in sports. Little league football and basketball and stuff, it teaches you cooperation. Mm-hmm. And it gives you that, masculine presence where hopefully you have a coach that takes an interest in you and kind of mentor you a little bit or whatever. But that's a hit or miss. The difference between other sports and martial arts is martial arts is actually an art form that teaches you discipline, self-control, self-respect. And you grow from rank to rank from the work you put in. So it's training. It's teaching and training, which gives a boy a full rounded orientation of what is expected of him and how to fulfill it. And he's able to identify with reality when he doesn't fulfill it. If you don't fulfill it, you will not pass your test. You will not get your rank. You have to earn level to level.
Are there any other places you think the guys can get training? Young guys can get training outside of martial arts.
If it's not a police athletic league or some other Boy Scouts or something like that, I have no idea.
I know my church, they do something for the boys, and then they also have, I can't even think of the names of them right now. I should be ashamed of that, but my son is 32 now, and they have something for, it's like almost like a rites of passage type of program. And so they do things with them, you know, like even teach them how to tie a tie, how to correctly speak to a person. And the biggest thing that I like about the thing for church is I like that, I don't want to say they're teaching them how to code switch, but basically, you know how you talk to your friends, you don't talk to an adult like you talk to your friends. That's a big one for me. And I noticed that they kind of teach them, you know, it's a time and a place for everything. And so that's one of the ones, that's something that I'm proud about my church, Galilee Baptist Church in Siouxland, Maryland, 2 locations, Minnesota Avenue and Siouxland, Maryland. Shameless plug. But yeah, so that's one of the things I'm happy about. Why can I think of the name of this program? I'm so mad at myself.
You know, we really don't do that enough with boys.
Mm-hmm.
Us as men.
Men under construction. That's what it's called. Men under construction.
Men under construction. Okay, I believe I heard of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we don't do enough work with boys because our pain and our issues haven't been dealt with. As Black men, I really hate to say this, but as Black men, we are very selfish men. And that selfishness comes from hurt and pain that is unresolved and unaddressed. Therefore, if you feel rejected, unheard, unseen, unimportant, you ain't gonna love no child and focus on the child the way that you really should.
I had a question about just a question about this, but not necessarily. How do you view the narrative or the term when you hear a strong Black woman or superwoman? What do you think about that that narrative?
I think Black women are strong. You have to be to deal with what our people deal with. And you have to be to deal with an impotent man. And to be the mother of civilization, but to be isolated amongst other ethnicities in the civilization as the weakest link when you're actually the strongest ones, that's a mental challenge for Black women. It always been.
Say so.
Yeah. However, I think that there are some mentalities among Black women that need to be challenged. That need to be healed. Like the I don't need a man
mentality.
I think that's individual. That's individual. That's personal growth. That's what I get when I hear stuff like that. Individual personal growth. It's not a collective group to me.
Well, he already said like that's almost like the sign of an unhealed woman.
Exactly.
So if she's in that, he'll already know his good eye. But that she's unhealed. Second date.
See, for the Black woman, how can I say that? Like the Black woman, she really can't be an American. An American means you go to college, you go to school, get your education, get a good job, join a sorority or whatever the case may be, or organization, and earn your 5 or 6 figures and so on and so forth. But that leads to a sense of independent accomplishment. And when you go through stages, you first want to be able to be dependent upon your parents. Then you become independent and you take care of yourself. but then you learn to be interdependent
Mm-hmm.
with a partner. So a lot of our sisters, once they get stuck at the independent level.
But I don't know if that's a fault of our own or just from having to really pick up the mantle and make sure and take care of the things, the single parentness, those type of things. I feel like we get stuck at that level because you don't have a partner. I know that you know this, that they say that men are 4 years, I think so, 4 years or so behind us maturing. So if we get there first and you don't have no person there to meet you where you are, that's how we get stuck. I mean, it's those type of things. I don't think it's we want to stay there. Everybody, I hope, wants to grow and be their best self.
Would you date a guy that makes $35,000 a year?
35, maybe not, but he can make less than me, but not 35. No, 35, I can't do nothing with that.
Why not?
Now let me take that back, because I just was in a whole nother. Okay, so let me take that back. I will say,
Tiffany, like,
let me take it back. 35 is very low. For 35 in this day and age, it's very low, but he can make less than me if he's bringing other things to the table. Like, I like a man who take care of me in other ways, and I'm not talking sexual. I'm talking about other ways. Like, I like a man to cater to me. I like him to do the things. You know what I mean? So if he's doing those,
no, I don't know what you mean, Regina. I need you to break that down for me.
Cook me breakfast, run a bath, give me a massage, make sure I'm taken care of, fill my car up, get my car washed, take it to get service, those type of things. So that's what I'm talking about, not anything sexual. If he's able to be what I call the OG man, because these new ones ain't doing all of this stuff. They want to be the passenger princess.
Yeah, I want me old Cash Out Carl or something. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Hey.
Anyway, so that's what I mean, Bruce. So in that aspect, if he is making less than me, but he's doing other things to make sure that I'm okay, I feel like I would be able to work with him in that aspect. I don't put a dollar figure on it, but I do feel like 35 is too low.
So then you put a dollar figure on it.
That's not a dollar figure. Like I'm saying, like, I want you to be able to come to the table like you taking care of you, I'm taking care of me when we come together. But you can't take care of you with $35,000 at this grown age. You just can't.
Well,
no.
For you sisters, is it possible for y'all to get with a man who can take care of himself, but he doesn't make as much as y'all do? And if y'all got with him and lived based on his lifestyle abilities financially, would y'all be content?
Wait a minute, let me make sure I'm understanding you.
At 35,000, he can take care of himself.
So I supposed to live at 35,000?
No, you have a job. Combine your money with his.
Okay, I'm fine with that. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding you correctly. Like, if you said, but live based on his, that's the part that got me. Like, I'm stuck. Am I living off of $35,000 and we save him? What are we doing? Like, explain.
His 35,000 causes him to be able to have a house in Southeast. You
mean in the bad part?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 35,000 in the bad part. Yeah.
On the right side.
Your salary allows you to have a single family home in Bowie or something. And a more affluent estate-filled neighborhood. But the brother has the characteristics that are pleasing to you. He's just cool making 35,000. He slings garbage. He's a
I don't
garbage
have a
man.
problem with that. He has a good job. I'm fine with that. And if he has a home in Southeast, now this is just me. And Shadon, you can jump in because Shadon live in Southeast. And let's just say, but she got a nice home in Southeast. You know what I'm saying? So if for me, I'm just speaking for me, if he had a home in Southeast and it was rough in the neighborhood, I mean, I come from, a rough neighborhood, but that was many moons ago, right? If I can live there without my tires being gone every morning or somebody shooting up my car, I can thug it out if we got a plan to like, hey, maybe we're going to fix up his house and rent it out. And then we're going to do so you got to have a plan. Like, we're not staying here forever. Like, if he came to me and was like, this is what I really would like to do. I'm looking to, improve some things so we can do our own thing together. I would do it. I would absolutely do it if we are working towards a goal together.
Well, see, I want to know, like, when you're talking to someone a guy who does not make the same amount, I need to see how he feels even about me making more. Because if it's going to me making more is going to emasculate him, I'd be like, no, absolutely not. Because I can, like how you say, Bruce, on the second date, I can kind of see that I have walked in here with a red bottom and you didn't, and it's okay. But I don't want you to feel like, like me making more money, or this is what I wanted to do with my career. And I had, women have sometimes we have different opportunities than men.
Absolutely.
So, to take all of that into consideration and, to see just where I came from, like I can get, climbing the ladder and trying to get yourself to there.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to make sure that you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
With me going to Jamaica and you not.
Thank you.
Dang,
Let me just say,
You can leave home. You can't go,
say
bro.
one quick thing, real quick.
You got to think about it. Like, if he has a problem, I don't want to drown him. Does that make sense?
Why
Like,
you go though? Why you can't buy him a ticket?
Can I say one thing real quick? Well, I got a clear signal real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I'm all for the man. I love men. I love Black men specifically, like seriously. But I'm not with doing, giving, and just pouring out, and then the respect and the appreciation is not reciprocated. I think that's one of my biggest issues. I don't even care about the money. It's not even a money thing, because I think I've all been blessed on this line to have access, but it's more of the appreciation. The reciprocation, the fact that some people forget real quick. They forget real easy. They forget real fast, and I just think that needs to be highlighted a little bit more.
I'm very big on reciprocation, but at this grown age, how much time we giving people? Bruce, you said 2 dates?
You said 2 days.
Yeah, I can be with somebody on 2 dates, and I can kind of get a scope of what I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you good. I don't know because I think that's unfair. I think it's unfair. Because 2 dates, you can't tell nothing about me in 2 dates.
I can tell a lot about you in any conversation, but that's because I've been taught how. Mm-hmm. The average guy hasn't taken counseling courses.
Okay, so you already know me. You already know me. So what can you tell about me? You know me, so tell me something.
I can tell it you're a boss.
Period.
And because you're a boss, because you have a lot of authority and the people that are close to you, it would be challenging for you.
It's not challenging for me.
I ain't finished, Gina. And see, you see what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels, you got Kevin Samuels, Gina, sometimes. No, I'm just joking. But you have to be. It will be a challenge sometimes, not all times, for you to yield some of that strength because of the work you put in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Shadon, do you think that's accurate? Because I think you know me better, and I feel like Go ahead, Shadon. I'm gonna ask you because Shadon knows me best out of everybody. I want to see what you say.
What is your question? And be direct. What's your
Do you
question?
think that
Do I think
I,
would
that
be
I
hard to date? Do I think like you would be hard to date? Because that's the way I interpret what he said.
yeah. Okay, so yes, do you think that I'm hard to date? I would come in still being a boss in a relationship, not able to submit. Do you think that about me?
No, I'm not saying hard to date. Your personality is too great not to enjoy you on a date.
Exactly.
But what?
But when it comes to long-term building, you are a boss.
And I want to build with my man.
Say it again.
I want to build with my man. That's the goal.
Well, let me say this. For you personally, Gina, see what a lot of us don't understand is this. Say like me, I've been in real estate for 20 years. I'm at the retirement part now, Gina. I'm selling my company.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have made from my tenants once a month for the past 20 years, most Black men don't make that.
I get it.
You know where I live. Most Black men don't live there. But that's rare. That's very rare. Most Black men have, and I got a leg up. I had help. I had a family member that was NFL. So I had help up to start the business 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But most men that work the average 9 to 5, they're not making high six figures. Or they have child support and all that kind of stuff that's going on that makes them financially okay, but not necessarily stable to match your level. So therefore, it's gonna be challenging for you because you have a lot of authority in the people that are in your circles. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to a point, but Shadon, let me hear what you got to say, girl.
No. Like listening to him is very interesting to just like kind of see his vision. I think you're more open. Like within the last couple of years, I've seen you go through a whole lot. Like I am a proud sister over here in you to see the growth, see the calmness. Because like probably even with me, you back then, so I see the growth in you. I enjoy seeing that. I look up to you in those areas. But I think you would give an opportunity. I don't think you would stay if it wasn't with anybody, nobody would stay. But that's why I asked you, Bruce, like how long? What is that window? Your window is short. Like, and again, people's windows, it's just a short,
Well, I'm 57. I don't think you heard me, sis. I'm 57.
But 2 dates.
It'll take me long. But okay. I don't come from the approach of cutting people off or ghosting people. I don't do all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to let them know I see the things that I see. But I'm just saying I see it. And the things that I see sometimes will cause me to put up a guard.
So back to me, because y'all gonna make me mad. Hold on. So no, I'm not mad. I'm just being silly. So for me, I have always gotten that I'm intimidating to men, but I'm not intimidating to the right man. Because I've had a long-term relationship for years with, and he was a good man in so many ways. He was a very good man in so many ways. So intimidating him, no, because he was all man. You know what I mean?
But you know what? When you were in that relationship, you listened. He gave you a safe space to be able.
He gave me a safe space so I can acquiesce. I can be soft. I can listen. He led me and I listened. I ain't give him a whole bunch of back and forth because he was a man and he
passed away.
Hmm?
He passed away.
No, he didn't pass away. Our timing, it was time. You know, if we can't go to the next level, I don't got that many more years to give you. Know, I gave him a lot of my good years, so it was that type of thing.
Okay, I understand.
So yeah, and it took me 5 years to get over that relationship. So when you talk about healing and stuff like that, I've done the work. I've done the things that I feel I need to be in another relationship, and you know, somebody out there.
I think one big thing is just
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk, Jenna, because I'm a little confused on something.
Don't be confused. You got it. You got it. I said it. You got it. So yeah, don't be confused. It's that's a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap. But anyway, so the topics that we've talked about in our first season, those were some of the conversations that we had. We like to have a good conversation. We like to have a good glass of wine. And I just wanted to thank you so much for being a part of our conversation this week. You're the first person on our first show back on our second season. So again, I want to thank Mr. Bruce Oliver, the founder of the Men of PG County. Personally, you know my heart towards you. I will forever be grateful, forever give love. And yeah, and we got to talk. You owe me dinner too. I think you owe me dinner.
I thank y'all for having me. This is a great platform. And I hope y'all grow it to the point where y'all can't get any sleep from all the work.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So we have been truly blessed in our growing. And I don't know if I don't want to mess my sleep up, but we definitely want to grow and just see what God is leading us. We have a lot of things in store, but thank you so much for being with us. Tiff, is she just smiling? Wait. Go ahead, Tiff. Go ahead, Tiffany. You just was stuck smiling. Go ahead.
Tiffany, I'm going to send you some coupons for Verizon.
I'm going to have to get a GoFundMe or something for something over here, y'all. I just, again, apologize for this horrible, you know, and I work in IT, so this is horrible for me. Like, I'm really taking this as a big hit, to be honest. But yeah, are we ready to close? Are you guys done with your comments, or have we done every?
I don't have anything else. You, Shadon?
Nope.
You, Bruce, you got anything you want to close with?
Well, I will say this for your sisters. When you guys are looking for your men, I don't know if you guys are over 50 or not, but when you're looking for your men, one thing that you need to discern is if he has a vision that he has worked on, or is he just existing?
Say it. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't lead me if you ain't got no vision for yourself.
Yeah.
We be talking about that.
And he may have a job. He may be paying bills and so on and so forth. But on his days off, you know, he's hanging out with the boys. He's at the club. He's throwing back shots. That's existing. A man that has a vision wants to build something. Mm-hmm. And if the man you're with, he doesn't have a vision, then you have nothing to help him with.
Exactly.
You guys are called to help us bring our visions to pass. If we don't have anything for y'all to help us with, then the only other things that you guys are doing is helping us with our pleasures. And that's why most men are never satisfied with one woman. Wow. Because when a man has a vision, he has to protect that vision. And being with that one woman helps him to protect his vision. But if he just using sex and pleasures like getting high to help him cope for his existing life.
Wow, that's deep right there.
Keep that in mind as you guys go forward on your dating ventures.
Thank you, Bruce. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining
us.
Very
welcome.
This week.
Yes, you got to come back. That was it right there. Wow, that was
Thank
it.
you so much. We
Mm.
really enjoyed this
Thank you.
conversation.
Thank you. I enjoy
Very
you guys
rich.
as well.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes. And this is another Uncourt conversation with Courts and Convo. We hope you guys have enjoyed it. And we just ask for you to come back and tune in every week. And thank you for joining us with Courts and Convo. Raise your glasses.
Cheers. 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 Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Bruce.